Yo, look at that fucking loser.
I don't know, man. He doesn't look too happy.
Yo, fuck's sake! Is that your sister's shirt or
Dude,
what?
You're such a dick.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go talk to him. Hey, man. Don't look so excited. I'm sorry my friend's a dick. But we're having some people over tonight. How would you feel about coming over?
So what did that weird guy say?
I don't want to talk about it.
Fucking assholes, man. When I go to like Home Depot now, I don't know what it is, but dude, I'm getting like quarter chubs. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, dude, I built this table and I was like,
that's impressive, though.
yeah. I applied for like a few architect jobs after I built this table, dude. Like, I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Especially like lawn care stuff, dude. Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean,
I'm,
like just cutting the grass or like picking up sticks, pulling weeds over?
yeah, dude, just cutting the grass, like thinking about different designs.
Yeah.
Like I've been looking at patios and stuff. I don't know what. I never thought I'd become this, but like.
But that's what happens when you're stuck, like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
The next 3 days, you know?
I think it's just going outside a lot, you know, you like kind of smell the grass, you're like, that's what's up.
Yeah, you're like, I understand now.
Yeah, I think it was good for me. I don't think it was good for a lot of people,
No.
you know?
No, the whole thing isn't really good for people who have, like, anxiety or depression about things in general, but especially if, like, you tell somebody who's really lonely anyway, oh, you can't go out anywhere, you can't be around anybody, don't go see your friends, don't go see your grandma. For all you know, some girl, her parents and her grandparents might be her only friends, besides maybe a coworker. Now you can't see any of them.
Yeah.
And what if she's got depression, really bad depression? Now she's all by herself. No way to talk to like that, no way to see, no way to let. Those are the type of people, it's just like, I get why they wanted to lock down everybody, but they should have been more specific with who they're locking down because it affects a lot of people on the other
like,
side.
Yeah, definitely people who go out a lot, but like for people like me, dude, who are used to being by themselves, like,
yeah,
I was kind of used to it. Like I was accepting of the challenge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, do you have, like, not to get too personal, but do you have like any anxiety or depression problems about being really?
I think I've always
alone, or
been
is it
depressed, but
yeah,
it's just kind of like.
but you're content with being alone on a normal day anyway?
I think I like being alone at the end of the day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I embrace being alone, but at some points I'm kind of like, you know, like I wonder like what would happen if, like sometimes if I go running, you know, and I see a girl and she bends over in front of me, I'm like, I wonder if she's thinking about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've always wondered that. I'm like, if a girl bends over in front of you, does that mean she's like letting you know what's up?
She could just be tying her shoes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I like. First instinct's like, oh, maybe she's picking something up.
Yeah.
But then when she starts stretching out the hammies, dude, it's like, you know, out of all the angles you could pick,
You picked me to be right behind you.
yeah. I mean, you're basically just goading me right now.
Yeah,
you know what
those
I
are the
mean?
moments where you're like, oh, I don't really want to be that lonely right now.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't mind this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not in like a creepy way, but it's like,
Right.
I've always wondered, like, if a girl's bending over in front of you, like, does that mean, you know, does that mean you're in?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I've never seen it work in anybody around me or in my personal experience. that
Honestly,
way.
man, I think it's like a trap. Because like,
Yeah.
if a girl bends over in front of you and you go up to her and you're like, hey, like, you probably take some steamy shits.
Yeah.
Like, that's, you know.
But dude, that's the same thing as like a stripper. It's literally a trap. A stripper bends over to get your attention, right? So think of it.
Yeah, then she's like,
If
"Give
some
me
girl is bending
$300."
over to get your attention,
Yeah.
it's only gonna end up dirty.
Yeah.
You know?
I see it a lot, though, man. Like,
Yeah. You see people bending over a lot.
Yeah. No, dude, like, there's this one girl, man, who's always at the track, and she always bends over, dude. Like, right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's the whole field, you know, that she could use.
And
but
she
like,
just waits right till she gets to you. And she's
Yeah.
like, now it's time.
picks a perfect angle and just starts stretching out, and I'm like, all right. And she wears volleyball shorts, dude, which are, like, pretty much illegal.
Now, what if she's doing that near you because she thinks some of the other guys on the track could be a predator and she thinks you're strong and you could be gay or something? She's just like, I want to be near this guy just in case somebody tries anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, she probably just thinks I'm gay.
but you're strong enough to where she's like, I could see that guy maybe defending me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he'd be throwing tires around.
Because I do look pretty gay.
I wasn't trying to say that without having to say it.
I mean, I'm wearing like, you know, I'm wearing Izod polos, you know.
Man, I know a lot of dudes that wear Izod that tell me they're straight, and there's no way. There's no way. I just don't believe it. I mean, it's not all of them. There's some that I know, like, dude. I know you're not gay because I've seen them with a girl, like, go for a girl and, like, fall in love with a girl at first sight, basically. And I'm like, all right, there's no way that dude is gay unless he is a Broadway-like actor and he's just trying to show off for the rest of the group. But definitely 3 out of 5 dudes that I see wearing Izod, I just immediately think, like, dildo at home.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
I don't know.
Dude, I think Izod fucks, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, dude, if I could line up, like, 10 women and just, like,
teach you Izod?
Dude, with an Izod shirt on?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd love to be sponsored by Izod.
That seems like a real niche sponsorship, bro. You could be sponsored by Izod, you'd be the only one. Everybody's just
dude,
like...
Dude, I wear Izod big and tall, though.
Oh, yeah?
That's the specifications.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing, like, the, what are they called? Like, the fancy, you know, shirts. I'm just wearing, like, the big and tall.
Shirts, you're just wearing, like, the golf
Yeah, I like the
shirts
baggy polos, dude. They're comfy, man.
Yeah.
Good to work out in, too. Absorb sweat pretty nice.
This is free. It's big.
Yeah, dude, I feel like, you know, if I see a girl who's... If my tits are bigger than another girl's, like, I can just hide it really well, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, if someone's like, this guy's gay, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I am. I just go along with it, dude.
Really?
Like, you can't argue with someone who's going to tell you you're gay.
That's true.
'Cause that just makes you come across as gay.
That's true.
You know? Like, if someone called me gay, I wouldn't start, like, a, you know, a picketing event. Like, I would just be like, yeah, dude, like, I'll fucking blow you right now.
That's a different approach. I mean, it worked because every dude that will tell other people, like, nah, I'm not gay, whatever, and I'll hear it, and I'll just, you know, I might be having a conversation with, like, a mutual friend or something. I'm like, no, that dude is gay. And that has been going on with at least 5 to 10 people for a decade, where I'm like, I don't care who they're dating. They're gay. Like, I know they're gay. And not that it bothers me. I just hate when people,
Like,
I know you're gay.
Yeah, like, they hide it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, just come out, dude.
Right.
Just let it rip. Yeah, if I was gay, dude, I'd just be, like, excessively gay. Like, I'd be banging dudes on the highway. You know what I mean? Like, I would not hide it. But, like, dude, that is... I mean, I think that's a good tactic, though. Like, if someone's like, oh, this kid's gay, he wears eyes out, like...
Yeah.
If you use reverse psychology, like, that's... I mean, dude, remember when someone called out... Like, a reporter called out Mike Tyson? And he was like, I'll suck your dick.
Oh,
he was like,
yes!
He was like, I'll fuck you till you love me. And
yes.
Dude, everyone shit their pants, dude.
Because they're like, this is the baddest man alive. And he's like, if he sucked my dick, is he going to rip it off? Like, is it just going to come off from suction?
Just him saying that, it's like, dude, this guy fucks, bro.
Yeah.
Like...
Dude, Tyson scares me, man. Even now, to this day.
Yeah, I mean,
because he's a different animal. He's like... So for, like me, I don't like to really be around baseball because I always feel like I'll actually get back in it. Like, I feel like, oh, I'm going to take it serious a moment. And it's like, I'm 25. Don't take it serious. But I have the same mentality that he was talking about. He didn't want to get back into training or anything because he knew he'd get back in the ring. And he knew he'd take it like as serious as he did before. And the second he started training again, here we are, and he's got a fight contract. It's like...
Oh, he already signed the contract?
Yeah. Whatever's going on in his head, like, he can't... He even said it. He can't handle just being around it and just casually doing it. He's either going to do it or he's not doing it.
Yeah.
That's why Tyson scares me. Because, like, if he wants to kill you, it doesn't matter what age. He'll find a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what was going on in his mind, though, in his last fight when he lost.
I don't know. What's the last time he fought? Like 2008 or something? 7?
I don't know, he lost to some fucking fat guy.
Yeah.
And people said he probably wouldn't have, like, you know, beaten him anyway.
Yeah, and they want to redeem him now by putting him up against Butterbean, Andy Ruiz.
Really?
Yeah. That's it. They want to put him up against it. There's him and 2 other guys that are
I doubt that's gonna happen,
in the fight. Because it's Tyson's 53 and somebody's gonna die. It's either gonna be the fat guy or the old guy. So it all depends when you get in the ring. It just doesn't seem like there's gonna be some 12 round, or even if they do 5 rounds, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be 5 rounds and gonna be a decision. It seems like one of them is going to have their life ended in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if Tyson made it past round 5, that'd be impressive in itself.
Yeah, I think what they were talking about is that they're only going to do 5 rounds with him the first go. Because the first fight he does is going to be a charity match.
Yeah.
So he's only going to do 5 rounds because, I mean, he's got to see if he's even got it in the ring. I mean, you can have it all you want in training and when you're sparring, but then when you get in the real ring, it's a whole different story. So.
Yeah, I heard he was going to fight Holyfield, which I could see happening, but...
Yeah, that was like the talk for a little bit, and I hadn't heard anything about it, and then they started throwing around, like, Andy Ruiz, Tyson Fury, Wilder. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you're going to put the guy up against that? And they're like, oh, we're going to do a charity fight first, and then maybe another tune-up. I don't know.
Either
it's
way,
so
dude,
far
it's going to be
away.
a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's so far away because they're going to want to capitalize on it. They're not going to do it in the middle of this shit going on. They're going to want fans there. They're going to want maximum pay-per-view. They're going to roll out everything they can for it. They're not going to do it in like, August or September when Corona Phase 2 comes back.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I think Mike Tyson's like a really sweet guy, man.
He seems to be.
He seems like a really nice guy, man.
Yeah.
Like a really great guy. Like if I could talk to him, just have like a basic conversation, that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'd probably get really emotional, but like, I definitely wouldn't want to piss him off. Like if I said something that got him mad and he just started swinging for the fences, like I'd be dead, dude.
Starts grabbing for your dick. I'll suck your dick.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably let him, honestly.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck if it's Mike Tyson. That ain't happening for me.
Dude, you'd be famous, dude.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
All the wrong reasons.
I mean, I heard he's like a really good guy. Like.
Yeah. I watch his podcast sometimes, the Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, and he just seems like really mellowed out ever since he started doing DMT and ayahuasca. Like, he just seems like a real mellow, like man of the earth kind of thing, man of the land.
Yeah.
He's egoless, it seems like.
Yeah. I feel like he's so intimidating though. Like I feel like people like almost aren't themselves around him, which kind of bothers me a little bit. But like, it's kind of like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, just be yourself.
Yeah.
You know, regardless. I think they're like scared of the repercussions. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
They're either like super nice to him out of fear, or they just don't want anything.
And I feel like he can detect that too. He's like, these fucking assholes.
Yeah.
So I feel like, but people have fucked with him before, dude. Like I know, like Eddie Murphy, like introduced him at like an award ceremony.
Yeah.
And he was like making fun of him, but like he'll laugh about it, dude.
Yeah.
Like Tom Segura has a bit about Mike Tyson.
About being on the
Mike Tyson went to a show, so it's like I think he kind of like respects that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that bit was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But like, you have to be able to like, that's awesome that you can like actually fuck with Mike Tyson. He's not gonna like fucking kill you.
Right. I think when he was 29, you couldn't do that. But as the years went on, he actually matured.
Who knows what he was actually going through, though, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, like everyone in the world knew who he was, so everyone's trying to like ruin his life.
He was basically a president when you think of fame.
Yeah.
I've
always wondered though, like,
recognizable as
everyone wants to be famous for some reason, but like I don't think I would ever want to be that famous, man.
No, fuck all that, dude.
I don't know like what type of people try to take from you, but I mean you hear about it all the time.
Yeah, I have no interest in being that famous. I always say to people like, you can try and work as hard as you want to be Kanye, but like just be happy if you can make a living off whatever you want to do in your life, and maybe you get a little bit more, you can provide for your family and have enough money to be creative or have a few luxuries. But like, I have no interest in being Kanye's level of fame. I have no interest in being Mike Tyson's level of fame. What life do you live anymore? Like,
yeah, you have no privacy.
Right. I always tell people like, you know, people will talk about, yo, this person's house is ridiculous. They got a beach on it, and then they got a full-size gym, whatever. They got a bowling alley, right? It's like, yo, they have to, because like he can't go to a bowling alley anymore and enjoy his life without being who he is.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes later, everybody's on his ass. He can't go to the beach anymore, so he's got to buy a beach so he can enjoy the beach because he is who he is, or she is who she is, whoever it is. I mean, like that level of fame is a fucking trap. There's no escape from it.
Especially with paparazzi and stuff. That would.
Yeah.
I feel like even if you're nice to the paparazzi, they're still probably gonna make something up.
And bro, it's not even paparazzi anymore. It's just because of the invention of camera phones and everything like that, like 10 years ago. And now the way social media is, everybody's trying to get a leg up on you and trying to like do a bit on the street with you or something like that. You know, somebody's trying to get you. Like any person just walking around. So the paparazzi maybe like 3-4 years ago still had some real power like in the media, but now it could just be the average person walking by, recognizes you, whips out your phone, asks you a stupid question, traps you, something like that. I mean, even look at the protests going on right now. The media is not the place that I'm really getting the information from. I'm getting it from the people on the ground or people who are posting videos on Twitter. That's the new level. So you're trapped everywhere you go. So paparazzi isn't even half the problem, dude. It's just everybody walking by because everybody thinks everybody thinks they're owed something from you. That's kind of how it works. So.
Yeah, man, it's scary, dude.
Yeah.
I think the idea of like attention, like I think everyone needs attention, but like I think you gotta have balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think attention just kind of comes naturally. You know, like if I don't give my dog attention, you know, he's probably gonna take a shit on my bed. You know what I mean? Like.
Right.
It's kind of like you need that balance.
Yeah.
But like too much attention, that's kind of scary, man.
Yeah. I look at it with my music personally. I just try to like whatever I'm actually putting out, or you know, in the next phase when I'm doing clothes and stuff like that in creative direction. Like I just try to put whatever it is out there and just make it known and make that an entity on its own. And then people will say like, yo, that is dope. Who did it? I don't really want it to be like, oh, he released something or he did something or his new clothes. I want it to be less about me and more about what it is, because that's, if you make something dope or if you do something cool in your life or whatever it is, even for like you when you're working, if you make a big move, you shouldn't go to your boss and go, hey boss, I did this. You should wait around when your boss reads the numbers. You're like, John, you're having a pretty good month. Like, people should be attracted more that way to what you do rather than it being about you.
Yeah, I mean that's how I was raised, dude. Like let your work speak for itself.
Yeah.
Like people always tell me like, dude, you suck at marketing. Like I never know when you're like putting out an episode or something like that. And I'm just like, I just let it flow, man. You know, like word of mouth. But they're like, no, like you need to push it and just push it and push it. I'm like,
that's not for everybody.
Yeah, it's not really that's uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, and you got to do what's comfortable for you. Like everybody will tell you how it works for other people.
Yeah.
But you got to find out how it works for yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever way it works for you, roll with that. Because if you build whatever you're doing, like let's say this podcast becomes top 10 on iTunes, right? Say a year from now or something. If you built it on like this false idea, you kept pushing it, doing all these things you didn't want to do, how happy are you going to be at the end? It's probably going to be miserable. And 5 years from now, it would be a bad memory in your life, and you'd be like, yeah, fuck that podcast. Because it was built on something that you weren't about.
Yeah. It
was built on something you didn't even like doing. So you got to do what you're comfortable with. Because otherwise it's meaningless when you accomplish whatever it is you're trying to get to.
Yeah. You know, like I see a lot of people in your industry, it's like they're like pushing the envelope a little too hard.
A lot of people, almost everybody.
I mean, I guess like
almost everybody do.
I think, and this is just like my opinion. It's like I think maybe like you're pushing you're interpreting the grind the wrong way. Like the grind is the work that you're actually putting into the art.
Right.
Not, I mean, maybe marketing might be somewhat of it, but
I think
like you have to like let people know obviously that something's out. Like if you release like a new song, it's just like that one time, like, hey, this is my song, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like if you're like harassing people, like, yo, you need to check this out.
Yeah.
You gotta check this out, dude. You gotta have me on this. It's like, I mean, I think you should just let it flow, man. Like if somebody hears a song, they think it's good. To definitely like, dude, if I watch something, I think it's funny, I'm gonna send it to someone.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna let them know, like, hey man, you see this? Like you see that? And then it's word of mouth.
Then that's the spread of word of mouth, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, I mean, I still do my marketing and I'm really good at marketing, but I definitely do it in a different way. I don't do it in the way like you're saying, because that way even annoys me. And I'm right in the thick of it. Like, it just, and exactly what you're saying. People, they'll put 10% of the effort on whatever it is they're creating, and then 90% of the effort of getting people to pay attention to it. It's like, now it should be the other way around, because if you spend 90% of the effort on that, and you make something so astronomically great that people are just like, they have to be part of it, or have to have it, have to be a fan of it, the marketing is pointless at that point. I mean, when we think of like, when we think of artists who are independent, who maybe like blow up and they have a #1 song, or not even a #1, maybe a top 40. If they're totally independent, most times it's just because they're just that good, and maybe they've been working at it for 15 years, and that song was just the culmination of their effort into it. And then the marketing kind of all gets thrown out the window. And it's just like, all right, here you are, now you're here. The marketing didn't even matter, you just made something so great that you're just here. And people don't look at it that way, because now everybody sees social media as this fast track. It's like, no, if you take the fast track, you're going to be around for 18 months, and then after 18 months, whatever you did, nobody's going to give a shit about you anymore. And then how are you going to pay the mortgage? Because it's a real problem. A lot of these dudes, especially in music, I don't know how much in comedy, but a lot of these dudes in music, they pop up because they get strong marketing, they get a little bit of management money behind them, and then all of a sudden, 2 years later, it's like, what happened to them? And they're working a job, they're broke, because they put the energy in the wrong place.
I just wish there wasn't like always a catch to something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm selling these shirts for like $30. I made them for 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, like I just ordered some shirts, and I was telling people about them. They were like, oh, how much are they? And I'm like, I'll give you them for free, man.
Yeah.
But I spent $27 just to make one, and they're like, dude, that's retarded. I'm like, how's it retarded? Like, I'm just giving people shirts who came on the podcast. Like, dude, you came on my podcast. Here's a shirt, man. Just take it.
Right.
Like, if you're gonna wear it, you know, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a nice guy. I'm not gonna be like, hey, man, give me $40 for a shirt. Like,
right.
make $20 every shirt, and then like $13 every shirt. Just like keep stacking up the dough, dude. It's just like,
right.
I don't know, man. I just feel like there's a catch to everything. It's like when you go on YouTube, you want to watch a video. There's always like an advertisement. You know?
Yeah, but that's because YouTube's now, you know, they're trying to get everything, every penny they can out of you.
Yeah, so that's how they make money, but it's like...
They're more a TV station than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any advertisement, there's been some advertisements I've watched and I've been like, alright, like I'm going to check it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they actually caught my attention, but then I actually tried it and I'm like, this is fucking garbage.
Right. Yeah, YouTube kind of, I could give a fuck less about YouTube at this point, just as far as how I market and stuff like that, because or where I even care if people listen to it, because they really don't pay out. They censor so much stuff now because they're treating themselves like a TV station. The way they do all their censorship and all their what content is allowed to be seen by restricted accounts and whatnot. Like YouTube is not what it was 2 years ago, maybe even a year ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They're just destroying that whole part of the industry, and that's.
I don't think there's really anything though that's like uncensored anymore.
IGTV definitely. I mean, within reason. Like, it lives by the same bylines as the original YouTube did. Like, you can't just have porn flying around, right? You can't have like, I don't know, any extremist stuff on there, terrorism and whatnot. But everything else kind of flies that wouldn't fly now on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I don't like YouTube. I mean, all my stuff's on YouTube, so.
Yeah.
But I'm not really like in it for the payout. Like I can understand if someone made like, if someone invested like a lot of time and money into a video, which a lot of people do, and it didn't get the views, or it did get a good amount of views, like maybe 500,000 views, but it didn't quite reach 1 million. Yeah. And they got a small payout. Like that kind of makes sense, but.
I just hate YouTube because recently I've been seeing my publishing checks from songs, and when I produce a song that gets more streams on YouTube or plays on YouTube, say like the video or something, it doesn't matter what my percentage share is. I'm looking at like 1/10 the equivalent amount of money as I would look from a streaming service. Or we've had a few incidences now where like songs that I did loops on or I did some ghost production work on, the songs got demonetized because of the content in the video. Either considered violent content or whatever, or just something they said in the song. And they don't pull the video. They leave it up there. You know, like, oh, keep your views. We're going to keep getting our views on our server from it. You keep getting the attention here, but you're not getting paid for it. Songs with 27 million plays.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's fuck YouTube. That for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so they just demonetized it?
Yeah. Because of the content. Now they have all these content bylines.
How do you measure that, though?
It's really open. When I read the thing, it's so open.
I think it's just like a bunch of big swinging dicks in an office.
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're pretty much deciding like, oh, there's a gun. Nope, demonetized. They're not getting paid for that. Oh, they said fuck, demonetized. They're not getting paid for that.
Isn't there like a... Yeah, but there has to be a catch to that, too. Like,
you can appeal the process, but then the appeal process, unless you bring like real lawyers and take YouTube into court, which is really tough, unless you do that, you're still dealing with an appeal process through YouTube, but just one more person up.
Yeah, but dude, think about like my boy 6ix9ine or like 2 Chainz, dude. Like if they're making a video in like a residential area, and they have like AK-47s and they're like finger banging chicks, like they must be associated with like one big swinging dick, who knows like another big swinging dick that can just bypass that whole process.
It depends, because it used to be a lot like that. and now YouTube is just like, let's just get as much money as we can out of these fuckers by not paying them out.
Yeah, but I think after what's going on right now, I think you're going to see a lot more violent videos.
Yeah.
And it's going to be good for the art form.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they start letting people see what's going on, because even Twitter, I don't know what Jack's doing with Twitter, but a lot of stuff is getting pulled on Twitter, like content, tweets, information, videos, stuff that's not even violent, just information. It's just been getting pulled because it's either controversial or they don't agree with it, or it doesn't line up with a trusted media source. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's even happening there, and Twitter's considered the Wild West.
Yeah, I've never liked Twitter, man.
No?
I think it's just for like famous people. Like, who gives a fuck what famous people say?
It's true, but there's a lot of drama going on Twitter too that I love.
Really?
Yeah, I love like local drama and stuff.
That probably is pretty intense.
Oh, dude, it gets. There's like a whole thing going on right now that I won't even mention. It has nothing to do with me, but I've been like silently kind of paying attention to it.
Yeah.
And it's been going on for like 2-3 weeks. It has to deal with Providence and URI, and it's just been. I mean, it's sad what the fuck's going on, but at the same time, I've been paying attention to it like.
Providence College?
No, URI and just Providence, like the city of Providence. Kids that from Providence that went to URI.
Oh.
And it's just like, this is better than TV. I mean, it sucks that this is real for people, but at the same time, like, I like documentaries, so I like seeing real information, and that's way better than TV. What's going on Twitter? Dude.
Really?
Oh yeah. I truly believe Twitter should charge. Like $4.99 a month, honestly.
Really?
It's the only one of the social medias that would say you could charge and I'd buy it.
Really?
Yeah. It's worth it.
I might pay for Instagram, but that's just to see like chicks bending over.
Yeah, Instagram is just like, it's literally this much of clothing away from just being porn.
Yeah.
Not even really porn, but like Playboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, porn's taking a hard hit right now, dude.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
How though? Everybody's home. I mean, literally it's taking a hard hit, but theoretically.
Yeah, no, I mean, porn's still out there, but I don't know, man. Like, back in the day, I remember I bought a Brazzers membership.
Really?
With my mom's credit card, dude.
Holy shit, that's ballsy.
And I told her it was a gym membership. I was like, yeah, I found this new gym called Brazzers. It's fucking legit. And, you know, it's pretty pricey, but they got a lot of equipment.
Yeah.
And, yeah, just used her credit card, paid for Brazzers, dude, and it changed my life forever, man. Like,
how old were you? I don't even know how long Brazzers
I was playing Legion baseball, so I was definitely like, it was probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It might have been 4, probably 4 years ago.
Wow.
Probably, yeah, so I was probably in high school still. Senior year of high school, dude.
Yeah, that's kind of ballsy.
Brazzers membership, dude.
Because you were on the age where, like, your mom could look at you and be like, this is how he's going to be? Like, now he's pretty much an adult. Is this...
Yeah, she definitely knows.
Yeah.
But,
I haven't watched porn in forever.
Really?
Yeah.
You just use your imagination?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just try to save it for, like, the actual thing, you know? Like,
yeah.
Try not to.
Yeah, dude, when I got a Brazzers membership, there was this one kid on the baseball team who was like, dude, you need to get Brazzers, like, just pay for it, man, it'll be worth it. I was like, dude, why would I pay all that money for porn? Like, I can watch it for free. He was like, nah, dude, like, the quality, everything is better. And I was like, alright. And he was like, yeah, dude, make sure you, like, watch the video from the beginning, like, to understand, like, the acting and, like, the scenario.
Like, fucking movie?
Yeah. And he was right, dude. Like, if you watch it from the beginning, it's so much better, dude. If I had to give one word of advice,
you gotta pay for it, so it's high production. It's like...
Yeah, but, like, you know how, like, if you watch, like, a Pornhub video, like, you spend probably, like, 30-35 minutes just finding the right video, and then you don't even really watch it. You just fast forward to, like, the reverse cowgirl, and then you just let it rip. But, like, with Brazzers, you're like, dude, I'm investing a lot of emotion in this, dude.
Yeah.
So, I mean, dude, if you watch the whole video, it's hilarious.
How much is Brazzers? Is it like
I think it was like
a month, a year?
It was like $60 a year.
Jeez.
Back then.
Okay, so like 4 or 5 years ago. My God, I can only imagine what it is now.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing with Brazzers, dude, is like they take so long to put out a video. You know what I mean? Like the videos are great, but they put a lot of time and effort into it, man.
Is it like one crew? Is it like one set of girls, one set of guys, like, or is it?
Yeah,
like
I think
they
you have
privately
to, like,
contract.
Yeah,
actors,
there's definitely like a lot of.
shit?
I don't know, man. I don't do any research on it. I just watch it.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, it could take them a while to do if like there's literally 12 people between like director and the actors, and they're like just doing movie after movie after movie.
No, it definitely like it must be like, I'm upset that I even watch porn in general, but, like, it must be so stressful for them, dude.
Yeah.
Like, actually shooting. Like, it must be like acting. It's be like, oh, take 2, but it's like, yo, I just got plowed for 5 minutes. You want me to do that again? It's like, like, that must be fucking unfortunate.
I did see an interview one time. This girl, Riley Reid.
Yeah.
They're like super small. I saw an interview she did on a hip hop podcast, and she was like, yeah, because I know I have to go at it. Like, I have to fucking nut 4 or 5 times. Like, I just have to do as much coke as I can 5 minutes before we start shooting, and that's my choice. It's not like they're drugging her or anything. She's just like, I just have to do it because I need to be obliterated for a few hours to be able to get through this.
Yeah. No, it's really like...
And that sounds fucking miserable.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge trade-off, though, like, between, like, getting actually railed and then making that much money in cash. Like, it's like, yeah, I just got plowed for, like, an hour and a half, but I just made 30 grand in cash.
Well, I heard they don't make that. I mean, I have a couple friends in New York that are porn stars that work out in LA. Yeah, like legit. Because I met them through music and stuff like that, hanging out in the same scene. Because everything is just one scene now. And they're like, yeah, dude, if I don't have work for like a month, if I don't have anything booked, I'll take like a couple $1,000 scenes or something, whatever I can get for that month. And the most that they make, $5,000 a scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
That's according to them, and they're pretty big. Like, I won't say the names are, but like one of them's got like 7 million followers on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Damn.
And she's only making that much money.
Yeah.
And that's not a lot to go through like that all the time, dude. I mean,
I feel like the guy shouldn't really even make that much money. I think the girl should make a really good amount of money, though.
Yeah, I don't know what the guys make. I don't know any guys that do porn, but.
Yeah, I'll just stick with like the Passion HD, dude. That stuff just makes me feel like decently normal.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel as guilty. Watching passionate porn, dude.
Is it like more? What is it like? Brazzers is like rapey, and that's more like what we fell in love.
Definitely not rapey. Brazzers is like like stepsis comes home and needs help with her homework. Like
it's all fucking porn is. That's why I stopped watching it. It's all if there isn't a step in it and a hyphen, it's like it's not a fucking porn anymore. So what the fuck? It's either stepsister, stepmother, stepfather, stepbrother. It's like Jesus Christ, and it's weird for me because I know a couple people from this fucking town that bang step siblings. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be honest though. It's kind of sad when you watch it.
Is it? Like, is it sad what's going on? You feel bad, like, oh, this is happening to somebody right now, or are you like, man, this is sad what I'm doing right now to myself?
Both.
Yeah.
You're like scrolling through, and it's like you see the girl, and it's like stepsis is running for school president.
What? All the fucking porns, all the girls are supposed to be 14 too, apparently. Like, that's another. No, I don't mean like literally, but I mean like.
It's like, what, dude?
When would you run for class president? You'd be like a freshman in high school, right? Or is it?
Yeah, there's this one where it's like.
Even the girl Riley Reid. I mean, you're not gonna tell Riley Reid whatever. She says she's like something 30 or whatever. She looks like she's 16 now.
No, dude, you definitely have to sign like legal contracts where you like have to be 18.
Yeah, you do, but
yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
how shady are the producers? Because one of my homies was telling me about this chick in the 80s that came from overseas and faked her citizenship here. And she was like 15 when she started, and it was a huge thing because she was a big porn star.
Yeah.
But she was underage the entire time, and nobody knew.
That's terrible, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was ever in that situation, I would just look up on Google like how old they are.
Well, yeah, but they didn't know. They couldn't.
Yeah, but nowadays, like,
yeah.
I definitely know the porn stars I'm watching, but it's like you scroll through and you see the title and you're like, dude, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But then you see the girl and you're like, alright, maybe I'll check it out.
I don't know. Somebody explained to me one time, and they weren't wrong. This was like 5-6 years ago. Somebody told me that, you could take a 5 and she's gonna look like a 10 with a dick in her mouth. And I was like,
wow.
When you think of it, that's not wrong though.
Yeah.
Because every girl is gorgeous when you finally get with her.
Dude, I mean, I guess it depends.
Post-nut syndrome, you're like, oh, what just happened?
No, I mean, I've watched some videos where chicks are like upwards of 300 pounds.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're into that thing though, right? Like, That's your thing. That's your whole thing. It's just kind of funny, but
No, it's not. It's not funny. No.
it's not. Is it sad?
It's sad. Yeah.
Damn.
No, solid fives, man.
Solid fives.
Yeah.
Solid fives that are 300, or solid fives that are just. Solid
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, dude. If you're a solid 5, even if you're like a solid 4, maybe even a 3, dude, and you have a good laugh, I might think about it.
You are a good man. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
it's
what we would call a free spirit.
dude, like, you know how like in the movies they like emphasize like they just I think it's like obviously an over exaggeration, but it's kind of cool like when you're smashed and you see a girl who's like a solid 5, she's probably gonna look like a 7.5. Like if you're smashed.
Yeah.
And then you
10.
find out the next day.
Post-nut syndrome.
Yeah. But like, yeah, I mean, I'd do that if I was smashed easily.
Yeah,
but
see,
a lot of it has to do with personality. Like you have to catch my attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're like really like, you know, like ignorant, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, this is no for me. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like, you know, you're making pancakes on the weekends and you're a nice girl, dude.
That's the thing. Like, looks are gonna fade. It does not matter unless you have the Khloe Kardashian money, where you could just get a whole different face at 40. That's its own thing. All right. But let's play the realism card, right? You're not gonna have that much money. 99,000 out of 100,000 times. You're not gonna have that much money. So that means that you're gonna have to wake up to somebody at age 50 that looks totally different than they did when they were 25. So you gotta like that person. You gotta love that person for them, and not just the face. I mean, the face can be a draw-in, and the looks can be a draw-in, but
yeah,
you gotta remember, if you end up marrying that person, they are not going to be that person later on. They're probably going to end up decrepit and horrible looking. And you're going to be like, am I stuck with a shitty person that was attractive for a while, and now I'm getting divorced at 60 and losing all my money? So
that's a good way of looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks are going to fade no matter what.
Yeah.
And I
it
mean,
sucks, man. Though, like when you see like I said, dude, I'll go to Home Depot. Dude, I'll buy a portable air conditioner and I'll be hard as a rock. But the second I see a married dude with a pissed off wife,
yeah,
I want to walk up to him and be like, dude, what happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, why are you taking orders from this woman? You know what I mean?
Probably met her on Tinder and forgot to pull out.
Yeah.
That seems to be the bane of a lot of people's existence lately.
Dude, but I can't even imagine getting married in general, but just like taking like legitimate like orders from a woman. Like I can kind of imagine getting married and having like an enjoyable marriage where there's like mutual agreements.
Yeah.
But some of these dudes, bro, it's like they're just soldiers, man.
They're so whipped.
And it's just even some dudes our age, man. Dude, I'm so scared of commitment. It's not even funny, man.
Yeah. I kind of ebb and flow with my fear of commitment because I'm in and out of relationships a lot, but like right now I think I'm more scared than ever of commitment because I haven't been in a relationship now I haven't been in a relationship since last November. So I'm just now like, man, I'm happy, I'm doing good, like
yeah.
I'm not worried about looking to the left and the right from behind, having to, like you said, like take an order, or not even taking an order, trying to figure out how it will appease you over me.
Yeah.
I just feel way happier, and I don't know, it's gonna be a little while before I get back in the race.
Yeah, I just want to enjoy life, and I feel like commitment, man, that's not enjoyable, dude.
Not if it's taking orders, like she's patterned, like because that's how a lot of girls are. Because attention, dude. I'm not gonna say a lot of girls, but a lot of girls are, interact with. I can tell that they're like an attention feed. But that's the era we're living in. They can get attention wherever they want. So if they put down their phone for 2 minutes and they're not checking out who's giving them attention there, they want attention for the entire 2 minutes from you. So you're filling all the gaps. And that's what's scary about it. It's like, I can't be on this 24/7 and just worry about you. I can't.
Yeah. Dude, the scariest thing for me is like, you see a girl who like, will date a guy for a while, maybe like a few years, like let's say like 4 years.
Yeah.
And like he used to be friends with that guy and now he's whipped and he's just lost control. And then they break up, right? And then like a week later the girl has a new boyfriend and you're like, dude, that's 4 years of your life.
Bro, I've seen it. I've seen it with so one girl 6.5 years. She had a boyfriend next month. The next month.
Dude, that's insane.
And the guy took a long time. They shared a phone bill. And then there was another guy who was 4, maybe a little bit more than 4 years, because from the beginning of college to the end of college. And she had a boyfriend like 8 days later. I'm not kidding. Like, I don't know if she was on like Tinder or something ahead of time. She had something moving like a month or two before, but 8 days.
Yeah.
And that dude's still talking about her. Has not had another girlfriend since.
Yeah.
I feel like girls just, they have to move on. More so than guys. It's just a personality trait. They have to move on way quicker. So it's like guy.
Yeah.
And a guy will be like, girl, 3 years, depression, problems, weird jobs mixed in the middle, and then meets a girl by chance somewhere, luckily. And hopefully it doesn't repeat.
Dude, if I was in a relationship for 3 or 4 years, got my heart broken, dude, I'd be listening to Avril Lavigne for at least 3 more years, and then I'd just be scared to date another girl.
Yeah. Because
Like,
you get in your own head.
I'd be like, yeah, like the
You'd
same
be like, I'm
shit's
not
gonna-
letting this happen to me again.
Yeah, but dude, think about that. Like, you thought you were in love. It's like, dude, there's no arguing with it. Like, you literally just wasted 4 years of your life.
Yeah.
The shit you can do in 4 years is insane.
I know. And that's the problem. You can't think about that afterwards. Otherwise, you go down twice as deep a hole. You're like, so how do I make up that time? Or do I like,
Yeah. And then, like, dude, some dudes, maybe they'll just, like, get into drugs and stuff, and it's like,
yeah.
you know, like, your ex-girlfriend's plowing
good.
Chad. Meanwhile, you're snorting lines,
Yeah.
you know, in front of a Best Buy. Like, it's just sad to see, man.
Yeah.
But that's my biggest fear, man. I see that too much, like, especially on social media. It's like, yo, dude,
Oh, yeah.
what are you doing? Like,
Man, I posted on my story the other day. I actually have seen a girl who has now been Facebook official with 3 guys since April. It's like June 12th or 13th. Today's the 13th. Since April.
really?
During the stay-at-home order. She's been Facebook official with 3 different guys. So, I could kind of tell, because, like, I follow her, I know her, she's a friend, we got, like, mutual people, and that's why we know each other. So, I would see her story, and I'm like, this is a different guy. Gotta go double check, gotta go do my research, gotta download Facebook now, because I don't even keep Facebook on my phone, so I gotta download it, because I gotta see this, I gotta know. New guy. 3 times. In 3 months, that's ridiculous, but that's how, that's just, that's a uber personality, but like, that's the female personality. Move on, or have something in line, have control of your situation, like, lose a guy, I already had a guy ready to go, boom, here he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the dude mentality might be like, I wouldn't say it's like the complete opposite though. It might be like during.
It's kind of like 75%
Yeah.
total opposite, but it's almost total opposite.
I mean, dude, I've seen the same thing, man. Like, I don't want to hate on girls. I've seen guys do it too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's both of them. Like, they'll both break up and then move on.
Yeah. I mean, that's good though. As long as everybody's not moving on to like cloud what just happened in their lives. Some people do that. They just like, I just want to forget, move on, and just like forget you existed. And that's why they do it on both sides.
They probably have the mentality that like, I want to move on and find something like better that might make you jealous. Well, like, if that was me, I'd just be like, I just want to be by myself for a few years, maybe grow out a beard,
Yeah.
climb a few mountains. You know what I mean?
Yeah, find yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of jealous, the amount of, like, during this whole quarantine, like, obviously people know they can reach you more because you're obviously going to be on your phone, you're a little less busy. So, the amount of girls that have slid in my DMs lately, and I have looked at their profile, and they, like, have the photos of their most recent ex, and I just think to myself, I'm like, so you think I'm the follow-up to that?
Yeah.
You think, like, you just dated him, and now I'm in the same category as him? Like, I'm not gay, but I can tell when a dude is a fucking weirdo and a porker, and it's like, you think I'm the follow-up. You
Yeah, you
think
gotta do
I'm
your
going to get
research,
with you after this.
Yeah, you gotta do your research, man.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You can tell a lot about somebody's, at least a girl's personality, by what they leave of and what they post and the type of guy that they get with.
Yeah, that stuff definitely goes against me, but I think everyone knows that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, rather just be upfront.
What about like just
Like,
comedy and everything?
just
the type of
farting and
comedy?
stuff, like shit like that.
I mean, that's a good thing though, because at least you're not. at least you're not putting up a facade.
Yeah, I'm not hiding anything.
Right. So they know who you are.
It's not like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just like, hey man, like I think farts are funny. You know?
Yeah.
That's it.
You gotta just find that girl. You gotta wait around and find that girl that match that. That's it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm supposed to be going out with a girl this week, but I think she's gonna blow me off.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I don't even know like where you take a girl nowadays.
With all this going on.
I think you just go outside and have a few drinks.
Yeah, kind of. You like meet up at a part of a park.
Yeah. Cause I don't
Like,
want
what's
to
your next
like.
day off? I'll take a day off. Let's meet up at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I feel like once you experience that, like a relationship though, and you go through all the conversations, you're like, what's left? Like, what is there to talk about that's actually worth it?
Yeah, you're like, how many times are you gonna tell somebody my life story up until now?
Yeah, dude, that'd be fucking like I don't want to be like. I'd want a girl who's gonna like spice it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be in the car and be like, yo, where do you want to get food? And she's like, oh, I don't care. And then you pick a spot. And she's like, oh, I didn't want to go there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dude, if I was like, where do you want to go? You know, and she just opened up her legs, I'd be like, that's what's up.
Yeah. Be like, I don't know how I'm gonna figure out how to buy the ring right now, but
yeah, right on the highway too.
Yeah. You're just googling wedding ring, engagement rings, where to buy an engagement ring off of $295.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing with me, dude, is like I always laugh too, like mid conversation, because I think about how stupid it is to go out with a girl.
Yeah.
Like if it's
like
just
what?
yeah, should be like a majoring in finance, and I'm just like, I'm thinking about like what would happen if I like chugged 6 beers and started like screaming shit in Latin.
Yeah.
And then I just burst out in laughter.
So your mind takes over. You go from John Psyche to Johnny Salami.
Yeah, no, because I know it's like it's all like fake, dude. Like
yeah, that's dude. It's
like I just don't have the patience, man, to fake that for that long. Like
yeah.
I mean, I think I've never made it past the first round on a date. I mean, maybe in high school, but like nowadays, dude, it's always like first date. Hey, do you have Instagram? Yeah, follows me. Never talks to me again. So it's like
on the actual date, like in person
after,
in front of your face. Oh,
I think the dates go pretty well.
Okay.
I honestly don't know, which is my perception. Like I don't like, you know, it's not like we're at like a local restaurant and I just like rip ass. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're like, oh, I think this went pretty good. Like, you know, I'm gonna text her in a couple days, see if she wants to go out next week.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's usually a follow up, but then the follow up's like, hey, can I follow you on Instagram? And I'm like, yeah, sure, which is like my biggest mistake.
Yeah.
Because then they see who I actually am, but then I'm like, wait, like, you should have just been yourself. You know, like during, like if we're at TGI Fridays, I should just be like, hey, like, I think farts are fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but it's weird too. Like, I know you get to know people, right? But like, on a first date, how you, or even when you meet a person for the first time, never mind a first date, like how are you just supposed to be like, yeah, all about me right now. Let me tell you everything about me. Like all the things you didn't even ask. Like this is my personality. I find this funny. I like this. I like that. If it doesn't come up, it feels like weird to just forwardly say, hey, like, I jerked off to this action movie, and that's a weird thing. Yeah. I once had sex with a girl watching Die Hard, and when I nutted, I happened to be looking at the screen, and Bruce Willis was on it. Like, that's a weird thing to tell somebody right now.
Fucking hilarious, though, dude.
What my fucking life accidents
yeah, because like if we were at like a wicked fancy restaurant, like I was with some hot chick, and I was like, right, like say we were like at the bar, and there was like, you know, 2 other older men, like some guys hanging around who were like, you know, pretty professional.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, like you must take like some mean shits, like to the girl.
Yeah.
And like the other guys heard it and started laughing. Like in my head, like that would be worth it.
Yeah.
Just to get their gratification. Like.
But that'd be some weird shit if they ended up sucking your dick at the end of the night.
Yeah.
They're like, do you know Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah. I think just like my mindset's like, this laugh is gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Well, that's the comedian in you.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's not like, my mindset's not like most dudes are like, I'm just gonna sacrifice being serious, like doing what she wants for a few dates, and then I'm gonna get that pussy.
Yeah.
Like that's all it is, really.
Because most humans, especially dudes, but most humans have like nothing going on in general.
Yeah.
In their head, in their life.
But dude,
nothing.
it's
just like empty.
Yeah,
space.
but tell me I'm wrong. Like that's definitely a dude's mindset. It's like, dude, I'm just gonna grind this one out.
Dude, that's absolutely a dude's mindset, because that's where whip comes from. Because I never think of a girl as whipped. I always think of a girl saying, like, taking forever to say I love you to a dude. guys, when can I spend time with you next? When can I spend time? Once it's date 3, they're just like, I want to be around the girl all the time.
Really?
Hey, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, the amount of dudes I know that just like met a girl and a month later they're living with them. What are you doing? That's what.
Yeah.
Like, I have to text people, where are you staying? But like, if I'm gonna hang out with them or pick them up and do something, like, where are you at right now? Like, yeah, your mom's house, you're at a new apartment, or you at your girlfriend's house? Like, what's going on? Because I never know. Because it happens so quick. I start talking to a girl 3 weeks later, and they're living with me.
I don't know, man. That's just how my mind works. I'm like, I'd rather get the respect of like, yeah, this guy, at least this guy's being himself and not like altering his image.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, you know, I'm gonna be like wicked professional. I'm gonna do whatever this chick wants, buy her dinner, do everything for her for the next like 3 or so weeks, just to bang her. Like, I'm gonna take the opposite route.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. If you want to have sex, you can literally, it's walking around anywhere. You don't need to take out. If that's what you're trying to do,
walking around like intoxicated though.
Yeah, I don't even drink, and
at a venue though where people are intoxicated. Like, I can't just go to a Starbucks, you know, ask for a grande pussy popper and then be like, hey babe, you want to get it on in the B room?
That is true. It has to be in the right setting. Like, you can't just walk up to the bar at Chili's and say like, yo, got some nice legs, trying to go home? Like,
that would also
no,
be
it definitely has to
though.
be in the right setting. And it has to be the right vibe. But,
yeah, like Applebee's, not the right setting.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, a club. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see some hot chick, I'm like, yo, what's up, girl?
Yeah. So how you meeting these girls? Like, when you're saying this girl, or these girls will see your social media afterwards, you're not meeting them online, you like know them beforehand?
Yeah, none of them I've ever met online.
Okay.
Dude, I haven't been on a, no, it's been a while. So this is probably like a few years ago. Like, it's been a long time. If anything, like, it'll be at a bar when I'm smashed, and there's not a lot of words said, and then we'll like make out or something, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But like, in terms of like dating, that would be like maybe at like a party or something, and then I just get wicked emotional, and I'm like, do you want to go on a date sometime? And I'm just like,
you just look into her eyes, you're like, you're the most beautiful girl here.
Dude, that's literally what it is.
Yeah.
And she just like,
I was that guy once upon a time.
Yeah, and she just wants to like fucking,
yeah.
She just wants to bang, and I'm like I'll buy you dinner. But
you're trying to take the classy approach. She's just like, I'm just trying to have a different experience and not remember it.
Dude,
like,
that's all it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll love you forever. No,
Nah, dude, like, I know what that's like, and it's tough because I don't drink, so I literally, like, I am so self-conscious of even talking to girls in a setting where they're drinking, because you have to be careful if you're not drinking. Like, you're not matching the whole thing that's going on. They could be obliterated. You're like, I can remember my license plate number right now. Like, so I have to be very self-conscious. Like, I have to find the girl who has like a Powerade 0 and maybe had half a shot.
Really?
Like because I don't want to get in that whole fucking world. I wake up, FBI's at my fucking door. Like, who were you with last night? I don't know.
Yeah.
Were you with Jane Doe? She just washed up in the Providence River. I'm like, what the fuck happened? No.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta shoot your shot, man. That's like half the battle.
Yeah.
Just shooting your shot, dude.
That's not even half. That's like 95%. Because once you talk to a girl, you know in the first... you can tell by her face before the words even come out, like, whether she thinks you're a creep, whether she wants to, you know, keep talking to you, whether she just wants to get with you right here. You can tell in a girl's face.
But dude,
you're taking sober.
You're taking a big risk though, dude, because you don't even know who that girl is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think guys are 100%. Dude, we see some creepy guys going out. Like, every time I go out, I see some dudes slobbering, and I'm like, why the fuck am I here, dude?
Yeah.
Like, that's dude. When I was younger, I was like, you know, when they were like girls were always like, yeah, guys are creeps. I was like, no, they're not. And then you like get older and you go out, and you're like, dude, guys are fucking weird, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, they're just slobbering. They're like, who's that? Yeah, it's like.
Dude, there are a lot of predators too.
I'd rather fucking It's just like every time I see that, I'm like, dude, I could be at home right now, fucking shooting one off the wall to Goodwill Hunting, and I'm just like here, like.
Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah, it's like.
Is there even any women in Goodwill Hunting? Like.
Or
is it just Robin Williams' beard, rest in peace, that does it for you?
Yeah, you just need Robin Williams, dude.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah. But nah, man, I get what you're saying. Like, I don't know. I try not to think about it too much anymore with girls. Like, if I know a girl from like a mutual friend group, of like you're saying, like a party, or might just end up hanging out somewhere one night. But that's how I meet girls now. I do not just walk up to a girl in a club anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like the closest I got to anything like that was my January trip to Miami. We were in the hotel room, and there was a big ass fight going on out in the hallway between these two girls. One of them took the phone from the other one and was like, I called the cops and everything. They argued for 25 minutes, calling each other bitch,
that's the
C word, everything. They were going at it. And we can hear it. We're like 2 rooms over. So finally it seems like the coast is clear, and I need to go because I have to be somewhere. So I walk out, and I didn't leave enough time, so the girl is waiting for the elevator as I turn the corner because of the way the hallway was. I turn the corner, one of the girls waiting for the elevator. And then we finally get in the elevator, and she's like, you look like you know what you're doing. What are you doing tonight? And I was like, going to a club afterwards. I'm in a studio right now, and I'm going to Club Live afterwards. She's like, all right, what's your Instagram? I'll send you a message. Let's do something tonight. That's the closest I've, close to
That's
just walking up to a girl and being like, yo, what you doing tonight after this? So yeah, I don't really do that anymore.
That's textbook, dude. A fucking elevator conversation.
Yeah,
that's like something you see in the movies.
Got it done quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the setting, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plus, she was pretty vulnerable because of what just happened. I think she was looking for a friend. Honestly, it was a good night. You know.
Yeah, dude. Some of those athletic girls, man. Those girls are just like a different breed. Like I've talked to some athletes, dude.
What type of athlete?
Like lacrosse girls, dude. Those chicks are fucking wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see that because you can still like be girly in lacrosse. Field hockey, nah. Any of it, like softball, nah. There's certain sports or female sports. I'm just like, nah.
Dude, yeah. I saw a softball player at a like a work convention, dude. She had some fucking milk makers, dude.
Oh yeah.
But she looked like a solid 10 from the waist up. But, dude, her legs. If I had one leg, like if both of my legs were melted together, like that's how big one of her legs were. I was like, you throw at least 90 miles an hour.
That's impressive.
Turns out, softball player, like all state, dude.
Yeah.
Just throwing absolute cheese.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know most of them are lesbians. What I usually go for is basketball players, obviously.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a Florida thing. Like, I don't know what has happened, but I just ended up running in circles with a lot of female basketball players at times.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, but that's what I got to think for, because you can still have, like, even if you got 7 girls who are just grotesque on a female basketball team, there's still going to be like 3 really hot blondes.
Yeah.
I don't know how it always ends up like that. There's always 3 really hot blondes on a basketball team. So they're always the ones that suck, though, but that's the point. They don't care as much about that. They're just living life.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want a girl to be like better at basketball than me.
I don't give a fuck. One of the girls is 6'1". I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm 5'9.5" on a good day.
You date a girl that's taller than you?
No, I did not date her.
Oh, you would though.
Yeah. No, I did not date her. And yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would have dated her if she wasn't from. I forget where she was from. She was somewhere from the Midwest. Honestly, that was a girl I met in the club.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Sounds like she has a cock, dude.
Nah, she was gorgeous.
Really?
Yeah, she was gorgeous.
Nice Southern girl. A Midwestern girl, I should say.
Yeah, no accent.
Really?
Yeah, and the hilarious part was that her and her friends had a good enough time that like the next year, 3 days before that, literally the 1-year anniversary of that, she messages all of us from that group on Instagram. It's just like, oh, me and my friends are coming back up again. What are you guys doing? Are you guys out there? It's like, yep, we're out here.
Wow.
Yeah. Just happened to be by chance.
Really?
Yeah. That's Florida for you, man. You can't do that out here in Rhode Island. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. People are way more reserved in Rhode Island because they think, like, oh, you know, let's say, like, what's the place that Whiskey Republic is now? What's the name of it? It changed its name.
Did it?
Yeah. A fish company. Fish company. So, let's say you go there, right? Let's say you go there on one Saturday night. If you don't want to, like, if you're not comfortable shooting your shot with a girl or something like that, and then you do, and you look like an idiot, if you go back there, like 2 weeks later or something, that girl's there again, People are afraid of that because like, oh, I'm seeing the same people and everything. You go to Florida, so many people are coming from in and out of state. So many people are from so many other places in the state. The chance of you seeing the same person twice again, it's like, just live your life. Don't give a fuck about who's watching.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely see a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
Which is kind of scary.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It makes people more restricted. Like, when you're saying about guys shooting their shots, they're more afraid to shoot their shots out here, as they would be in Florida. Like, you ever gonna see the people around again? So if you look like an idiot, what does it matter? You're never gonna see those people again. But people are afraid of Rhode Island because you're gonna see the same people 14 days.
Yeah, you can't really have that mindset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about beats, dude. But I know you said you fucking hate talking about it anyway. So.
Nah, I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like a lot of people ask the same questions all the time because they already know what's going on. They kind of have this formula, but like you know nothing about it. So that's why I'll talk to somebody like you about it because
I don't think I'd be capable of doing it.
What do you mean?
Like, I would never set something in stone where I'd be like, dude, so, you know, new song out, tell me about it, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I go through, and it's just like I just kind of stopped doing real deal interviews unless they were written about a year and a half ago.
I mean, dude, I always want to shoot the shit. You know what I mean? Like,
keep doing the shit, man, because there's not a lot of people that are going after it the way that you're going after it.
we're both going after it, dude.
Yeah, for like the last 7 years when I've really been like hustling this music shit, I kind of felt like I was the only person from Cumberland trying to do something in an outlet like this. And then when I seen that you were doing this, I was really like, checked out a couple episodes last year, and I was like, yeah, I need somebody else. Even though it's a different avenue, like you're doing comedy, I'm doing my music, I'm doing the clothes, all that stuff. It's still, I appreciate having somebody to look to and be like, yo, I've known him for a decade. I went to school with him. He's chasing the same type of dream that I'm chasing. So
yeah,
no, keep doing it, man. It's working out for you.
Yeah, I'm not planning on stopping.
That's good.
Just need some self-esteem, man. We'll keep going.
Yeah, don't let anything get in the way of it, man. You know.
Yeah.
All right, keep going. Good luck to you.
You too, bro.